Hey, Puss. Hey, Cleo. Cleo, Puss. Well, I bought myself some wood. It's pretty long and some steel. But what I'm gonna do is not use this stuff because I don't want to fuck it up. It was, well, for me at least, expensive. So I'm gonna try first another test before I screw up this material. I'd rather not. So, do I have everything? So I'll go to the shed. Uh-oh. That might be a problem. Cleo! Puss! I think she knows. Well, maybe not. I'll go to the shed. Do I need anything? I got my phone. I got my USB stick. I think I'm okay. Ah, there's still an old foil on there. It's cold, kind of. I don't know. It's really nice weather, but it's not very warm. So I need to put some new mylar on this one. I need to straighten up this so I can use it. I think that should be not too difficult. Maybe use my sweater. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a small panel once more, not to be used in the end. So yes, I'm screwing around with a lot of testers and such, but my money is not endless, so I rather test with stuff I got. So normally I would make or at least I did it the last few times, the Apogee thingy with the slanted side. And I got two pieces of steel back then. One I cut down for this slanted design. Now I'm gonna use one that is not cut down, so it's straight, like a square. Rectangular, actually. It's not a square, but... And I want to know if there is a benefit of doing this weird design. Because, you know, I didn't use it last time, or in my big guns. Magnapen does not use it. Although most people will find the Apogees to sound better, maybe. Although there are a lot of people that love Magnapen, so I'm not sure if it's because of that. There's a lot of myth about some stuff. And people just say it is because of this and that, but in the end it might be something completely different. Why it sounds the way it sounds. Okay, so I think I can use this. That's nice, I don't have to change anything. I can just, hopefully, use it as is. This is gonna be the weirdest frame I've ever made. So bear with me, it might not work. We'll see. Ah. So this is gonna be the hard part. Yeah, it's not the nicest foil. Ah, well. So to finish this, I need to mill or CNC a lot of MDF still, which I'm not feeling like doing. So I'll first check if the foil is correct before I change this whole setup here. I believe it was, I don't know what ohmage it was. Not very usable. Low, I think. I think it was low. Oh, that's about right. 3.1. It's not even that insanely low. My amplifier would not have a problem driving that. I know the current foil has slightly higher impedance, but I'm not looking for the difference in output. We'll be looking for the way it produces low end, and if you need a slanted thing, or if you can get away with a straight panel, which is, well, if you look at square centimeters, is of course more efficient or interesting than a slanted one. If I don't need it, I'm not going to use it. Well, in the end, it's still doable. It's not terrible actually, but just here it just fucked up. So here, it's kind of weird. So the rest is okay. Okay. So I got a foil. Now it's time to make the panel itself, which gonna take some time because I have to. I did like made a sketch, and now I have to put it in Kanban to be used for the CNC, and that's the moment where you can screw up a lot of things. So I'll be doing that off camera, definitely. See ya. Ha! Real quick. I CNC'd my MDF, and it's still, this is a tiny bit larger, but I wonder because I might have, I should check that actually, because I think I used a tolerance here, like a leave something behind thingy. I don't know. Might be because this is not a real frame. It's actually all kinds of parts. It's like a puzzle. You see, it's really, it amazes me how well this works. So it actually is several pieces. But if you look at especially the corner joints are like insanely nice. Like a puzzle. But if you look at the corner, well, it's hard to see, but so if it's square, it's not square right now. It's hardly visible. If you put some glue in here and just pound it together, there's no difference in having this or a one-part thing. And well, you might think, why would you do this? Well, the reason is actually because it's kind of a waste to make a frame like this, because most of the part you're throwing away. So I thought, you know, might as well use it, or I rather use it. I don't want to throw away all this MDF. This is cheap crap MDF. This works even better, I think, with the expensive MDF. But I could get much more out of it if I did. So there are a few things that are interesting to use to my advantage. One moment. It's common sense if you build stuff. I mean, it's no surprise, but well, it is kind of a surprise still for me. So this is not meant to be, well, this is just a jig to drill holes, but you know, this is kind of, you know, floppy. Well, it's rather stiff in this direction, of course. It's not in this direction. I can break it easily. And this is nothing new, I know. But when they are together, it's, you know, almost impossible to break in this direction, and it is impossible to break in this direction. And it works so nice. Could even be a little bit tighter, but this is just a drilling jig. It's not something I wanted to build with, but I'm pretty sure I will use this and build with this method. I will end up with a little bit lighter loudspeakers, but also far more efficient. And you know, it's not that I'm like that green, but it is better, I think. Instead of throwing away all this crap, just use it. I mean, yeah, I'm really glad with this kind of joint here on the corners. I didn't know it would work this well. Here, if it's like sitting here, you can hardly see it, that there is a joint here. Whoop. But there is. So if there's glue, this will be strong, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I increased the gluing surface area quite a bit as well. So that's cool. I'm gonna use this more often. This is just a test panel, and I only had a piece of MDF 18 millimeters, and I could only make the panel if I would do it like this, because, well, there wasn't enough space in it. So, well, it works. Of course, you know, one of these joints in the middle is not ideal, but that's kind of, I will be testing this. Is this strong enough? I think it might be. So this one is a little bit worse than the corner joints are perfect. This one I opted for a, it's hard to see a little bit. Okay, so I'll show you. Still hard to see, but this corner here is almost a 90 degree. This corner here, or is 45? No, 90. That's not possible with a 4 millimeter cutting bit, so it should be a little bit smoother. Then this will be perfect. Now you can see still a ridge here because this doesn't fit correctly. It will if you push it in a little bit, you know, then it's gone. But still. If I would use this, I could play with the kind of joints I make. But the corner joints are really nice. Far better than I ever would expect. So tomorrow, another day, because I cannot finish this today. Usually I try, but there's one thing, this frame, the one that consists of multiple parts, is slightly larger. Not by much, like really nothing almost, but I'll have to check my code if I made it a little bit larger, although the inside is the same. The outside is like a tiny bit larger, so I'll have to check that. It might be that, I don't know, I cut it differently, or what it also might be is that all these joints take up a little bit more space. That might very much be true. I don't know. I have to check that. I did see I missed something. I should have countersunk these holes, a few of these holes, and I didn't. So I have to do that by hand, which is not very nice, but... So this bottom thing is gonna hold metal on this side. So this is one piece, but all these pieces came out of the middle of here. Except for this one, I must say. This one didn't fit, so I had to mill it from here, and the tool itself here as well. But this whole thing came from the middle part, so instead of throwing it away, I got another frame. So this will sit up here after it's glued and such, but we'll try that tomorrow. I'm not gonna try it today. Then this thing is gonna sit here. And it's so you can stretch the mylar if needed. And then these kind of nuts I made from HPL that will fit in here. So they will sit here, and then a few bolts to tension the foil if I want to. There are no holes yet, but that's where the jig is for. So this jig will fit on here. It's like a whole building thingy. The joints with this kind of construction, although this breaks right now, so might not be. Well, anyhow, it's a drilling jig, but... And I could drill holes in here to have perfect alignment with these insert thingies. This is a bit too bad. That's because it's shitty MDF. So I fucked up my jig already. That's fine, that's fine. I won't be using this often, I think. Oh, that's weird. It's broken here and it's broken here. So this piece is thinner than this piece. Well, anyhow, we'll be sitting like this, and this will go here. And then we can stretch the membrane. And then I am able to test, does this do any worse than a slanted design that is like this? Like you might expect from an Apogee or the panel that is sitting in my living room. Because that's the thing I'm gonna test. This one versus that one. This one is not completely fair because you're able to put more magnets in there. So I'm not looking for efficiency or whatever. I'm just looking for how the low end will be. And, well, I don't know. I think this one will perform better. But we'll see. I mean, it would be crazy if they just slanted this thingy just for fun and giggles. So there must be a reason for it. or they thought there might be a reason for it. But at least I'm gonna try for myself, because hell, otherwise you never know. You can just say they did this because, but if you don't test it, you're not sure. Yeah, cool. Not gonna play with it today. Although I really want to glue them together, but I'm not gonna do it right now. Tomorrow and next time, if I do something similar, which is rather, I'm pretty pleased with this, I might get the tolerances a little bit better, and I have to change the shape for this connection here. These are perfectly fine. This works as well, but could be even nicer, I think. Not that it matters, I think. If I glue it, it looks like one fucking piece, which is really cool. And you have to do something if you don't own a sawing table saw. Well, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe we don't, but bye-bye.